Dear students, welcome to this continuing session. Actually, I was not well due to some health reasons. I couldn't publish it immediately. Now, we'll continue with the finding the roots or solving the roots or solution of a quadratic equation. A small points. We know already a quadratic equation consists of x square. X will have degree 2 is called quadratic, and it will have two roots because value 2, degree of the root is 2, so roots will be 2, degree of the equation is 2, therefore solution will be 2, value will be 2. It is done in three methods, I said: factorisation, formula, and completion of square methods. Even it is done in a graphical method. By graph also you can draw a graph and solve it. You can find the value of x. Now the sum is 2x square plus 5x minus 25 equal to 0. The first method is called factorization method or splitting the middle term. It's also called splitting the middle terms. We have done a lot of sums in this model, and this is the one also we continue with it. Now the middle term is plus 5. Plus 5, you put it. It's actually 5x. Don't put the x, put the plus 5 here. It's much more easier only if you put numbers. Middle term is plus 5. That's why it's called splitting the middle term. And you must multiply these two numbers. 25 into 2 is 50. Plus into minus is minus. So put the middle term here, plus 5. Multiply these two terms. 25 2s are 50 with the sign. Signs are very important. So if it is plus 5, you must put plus 5. If it is minus 5, you must put minus 5. So here it is plus 5. The middle term you put plus 5. Then you must multiply these two. The coefficient of x square and constant. 25 2s are 50. Plus into minus is minus. Now you must find two numbers. If you add, you must get 5, and if you multiply, you must get 50. So first you find the two numbers for multiplication. So again I repeat, first you find for multiplication. 10 5s are what? 50, and 10 minus 5 is 5. I told you already, don't put the signs first. First you put 10 and 5, 50, and then close this and put this plus 10 and minus 5. And check the three conditions. See, plus 10 and minus 5 is plus 5. Condition number 1. 10 5s are 50. Only numbers you must multiply. Condition number 2. Plus into minus is minus. Three conditions should be satisfied. Even if plus into minus doesn't come, this combination should be changed. So this is called splitting the middle term. Now, the first term 2x square you write as it is. And the last term minus 25 you write as it is equal to 0. This 5x is split into plus 10x and minus 5x. This is called splitting the middle term. We are not changing the sum. The sum is same thing only, 2x square and minus 25. The 5x is split as plus 10x and minus 5x. In fact, if you add, you get the same answer. So the sum is kept intact, but the middle term is split. It's called factorization method of splitting the middle term. Now in the first two numbers, 2 is a constant, x is also common. Remember, 2 and x are common in the first two terms. Okay, so you can group these two terms. You can group these two terms. So when you take 2x common, you get x plus 5. 2x common, you get x plus 5. See, the first two terms are grouped and these two terms are grouped. So 2x plus 3, if you want to check it, 2x into x is nothing but 2x square. If you want, you can check it. Similarly, 2x into 5 will be 10x. Similarly, if you want, you can check it. Minus 5x and minus 25. So here minus you put as it is and 5 is common. And again, if you see, x plus 5 is common. The bracket x plus 5 is common. Put the bracket x plus 5. The remaining 2x will come here and minus 5 will come here. So finally it gets factorized. That's why it's called factorization method. Factorization means multiplication form. This is an expression form. Adding and subtracting are called expression form. These two are called factorized or multiplication form. So 2x minus 5 into x plus 5 equal to 0. When two numbers multiply, you must get 0 means either this must be 0 or that must be 0. Hope you understood. If you want the right hand side should be 0, when you multiply two numbers, the first number should be 0. Then only 0 and 10 is 0, or the second number should be 0. That's why we write x plus 5 equal to 0 or 2x minus 5 equal to 0. From this equation you get x is equal to, take the 5 that side, minus 5. Here you get 2x equal to 5, take the minus 5 that side. X equal to minus 5 you got already. This 2 is multiplying, it will go down, 5 by 2. Therefore the solution set, because it's a quadratic second degree equation, we have two solutions or two roots. It will have or two values. Solution set roots or values is minus 5 and 5 by 2. This is the first method. Mostly this method is followed for factorizing and finding the value. The second method is called a formula method, which we'll look now. Now we'll go to the second method called formula method. Though the factorization method is easiest and preferred, formula method is foolproof. In the sense you'll get the solution directly. If you're not able to split the numbers, sometimes you get big numbers, then the formula method is much more safer, where you get the answer. If you can't even split the numbers, the splitting the middle term, this 5 if you can't split to get that 50, this formula method is better, but it will take some time. It has two parts generally. If you can do as one part, or to make it non-tedious, you can make it two parts. See, this is the equation. So this is a quadratic equation. The value of A is nothing but 2. The value of B is nothing but 5. The value of C is nothing but minus 25. So a quadratic equation is called ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So write the given question in the form ax square plus 5x. A is called the coefficient of x square, which is 2. B is called the coefficient of x, which is 5. C is called the coefficient, C is called the constant, it's minus 25. Again I repeat, A is the coefficient of x square 2, B is 5 and C is constant minus 25. So this quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is called the general form. 2x square plus 5x minus 25 is called a particular question. So you have to compare and get this A, B, C. For solution, this is the full formula, x equal to minus b plus or minus root of this called delta discriminant by 2a. You can do this direct formula, but sometimes there's a chance of slipping. So it's better to do, because you have to find the root and all. So better to do this triangle called delta discriminant first. So discriminant is nothing but the part b square minus 4ac. The inside part is called the discriminant. This is called the discriminant. But since we want the root in the final formula, we will take the root also. Now delta discriminant we call as part 1, and then we'll substitute here. B is nothing but 5, put 5 the whole square, minus 4 into A is nothing but 2, put in brackets, C is minus 25. So this will become 5 square is 25, 5 5s are 25. See, first you must do minus into minus. So this minus into minus will become plus. Okay, this is the plus here. And 25 2s are 54, so 200. And 200 plus 25 is 225. And you must learn square root list. I think I have given it. Square root of 225 is plus or minus 50. You can find out the square root, but the best method is you try to learn the first 25 square roots. Till 25 square you learn it, it will be very easy. So 225 is plus or minus 15. So this is called delta or discriminant root. Now we will go to the solution. So this is the main solution, x is equal, this is the main formula. In the formula method, remember this is the main formula. But we find this to make the formula easy, not cumbersome and lengthy. Part 1 we get this answer and substitute here. So this is the main formula for formula method, minus b plus or minus root of delta by 2a. Now look here, minus is minus, b is nothing but what? 5. Plus or minus delta is nothing but root of 225. Okay, root of delta is root of 25, which is nothing but minus 5. 225 is nothing but plus or minus 15 by 2 into a. 2 into a is given here. Now this is called a. 2 to the 4. So now what happens? X is equal to, it splits as minus 5 plus 15. This 4 is common to both the numbers. This 4 is common to both these numbers. So 4 must write in the middle. So minus 15 plus 5 by, minus 5 plus 15 by 4, or x is equal to minus 5 minus 15 by 4. So x is equal to 15 minus 5 is 10. by 4, or x is equal to minus 5 minus 15 is minus 20 by 4. So when you cancel this, you get 5 by 2. Similarly, when you cancel this, you get the value 5 here. So x is equal to minus 5. Therefore, the solution set is these two values, which you got the same value in factorization method, the first method. The formula method is slightly lengthy, but it's a foolproof method, and you give the answer correctly when you can't split the middle number, or when the middle number splitting becomes hard. And last one is, if they ask formula method, you do this method. Even if the numbers are very big, the formula method is safer. But it's better to split and do in two parts. So this is the formula. Hope you understood.